Hello, my name is the Frowning King. What we will go over is a list of professors who are famous and known in Victoria, BC. If you'd like to come to the University of Victoria and learn many trades and many studies, there are people such as Dr. Howard E. Pitch, in which this waterfall was created for. It is devoted to him and his family. The president is between 1975 and 1990, and his wife, Mrs. Linda Sledge Pitch. The contribution to the University of Victoria was dedicated June 13, 1990. This is known as the First Nations Center. It is one of the most beautiful buildings on campus. It is also the most recently built. It is placed in between Cornet and Clairview Building. It is dedicated to the First Nations studies studied at the University of Victoria. Look at these beautiful statues. Let's go inside and have a look around. There are statues surrounding the building, as you will see. There are also many First Nation art, a form of art that is loved at UVic. Studied in linguistics over there. In Clairview Building in the humanities, as well as in and around here. Beautiful art. Beautiful art. Conference room. There are many conference rooms in the First Nations Center. As you see, they're well equipped with windows and fresh air. Now, we all know that Indonesian art, or First Nations art, is famous because it is the first form of art on Vancouver Island. You will see many things in here that represent the fact that First Nations are the first to inherit these lands. Students' office is dedicated to tutoring and student support. It's beautiful out here. Now the key thing about the First Nations Center is that it wasn't built for one particular professor. It was built to distinguish First Nations people on First Nations territory, which in the University of Victoria is. Well, it's a very beautiful building. As you see, it's right next to the Office of Indigenous Affairs, which is also student support. It is a coordinator's office. And as you see, she's dressed herself with all sorts of fancy Indonesian art. This is the Peter B. Gustafson School of Business. They named it that because Peter B. Gustafson, a businessman, who will show you his picture in a moment, dedicated $10 million to the business department of the University of Victoria last spring. He sold his international business and decided he'd devote it because this is where it got his start, as I'm sure many people will and have. This is the man in which this building is dedicated to, Peter B. Gustafson. Lots happens at the Peter B. Guston School of Business. As you see, students are involved in many aspects. In many parts of the world. This is a faraway glimpse of the library at the University of Victoria. It is an established library that's been around a long, long time. It was discovered and devoted to William C. Mearns. As we see here, it is William C. Mearns Center for Learning. This library was devoted to a professor, and the final professor we come to at the library is Thomas Shanks-Morrison. He lived from 1873 to 1962. He's from Scotland, was born in Scotland, and moved to Canada as a young man. He entered the real estate business in Victoria and was pretty responsible for the residential development of the facilities around the campus. So the library was devoted to him. Here he is. The University of Victoria website is www.uvic.ca. You are invited to come to this website and learn what the University of Victoria is all about. It is located in Gordon Head, Victoria, BC, British Columbia. You'll find many videos on YouTube promoting the University of Victoria and talking about the business and the schooling and the teaching, the professors of the University of Victoria. What you see here is a map of the University of Victoria. Its campus is not small but cozy, and familiar. Now, when I came here myself as a student, one of the first things I noticed was the declaration of the professors and the students. They like to distinguish themselves. But they are distinguished. They are distinguished, as Victoria is full of distinction itself, as is its university. Not all of the departments are devoted to professors, but important people that have played a role at the University of Victoria, by their actions, by their doings, and in who they are. Who they are is important to the university and the people that go to the university. The list of theaters and attractions range from the Phoenix Theater in the Fine Arts Department to Cinecenta, which is in the sub, or the Student Union building. It is open to those who wish to attend it. Many of the places on the university is open to the public. But to be a student here, well, something people love to do. Something people admire to come here. Certainly not for the weather. It's because I love the school. It's an enjoyable place to be. Here you'll hear from one of the librarians about a final professor. In which the music and media department of the library was devoted to.
Hi, I'm Carly Graham. I'm the manager of music and media here at the UBIC Library. Our official name is the Bessie Brooks Winspear Music and Media Commons, and there's some information tied to that name, Bessie Brooks Winspear. Bessie Brooks Winspear was the wife of philanthropist Francis Winspear, who had a son named Bill. And Bill donated in 1999 $1 million to the library expansion project that he wanted to be named after his mother because of her great love of opera music and theater. And later, her son Claude also donated $250,000 additional dollars. So all that money came specifically to us here to build this beautiful space and to honor Bessie Brooks Winspear and her love of music.
Start.
So here's where we keep all of our equipment. We have noise-canceling headphones, Bose, very popular for students. We also have laptops, camcorders, like the one being used to film me right now, cameras, audio recorders, cables, adapters, graphics tablets, DVD players, all that great stuff, as well as our viewing rooms, our listening rooms, and listening stations. So thanks for taking a tour of music and media with me.
Thanks for watching. This is only some of the professors at UVic, a university that was rated in the top 100 universities in the world. World-class professors, too.